Welcome back, duelists, to Old Format Yu-Gi-Oh's first ever 2v2 team hat format tournament. This is our first actual elimination match. We are in round 3, set 1, match 3, and both these two duelists are playing for their team's lives. Down here in the bottom, we have Anthony G, aka Anto Classic, who is on Team Chat. He is on Cat, versus 530 Inoki, aka Rick, who is on The Envoys of the Gulag, who is playing Lightsworn Ruler. And I know Anthony is terrified of this matchup because he knows Rick is lucky and Lightsworn is a very luck-based deck. But let's see what happens. Rick is going to take first. It's the end of the beginning. Or sorry, it's the beginning of the end. Been a long day recording. He's going to open up Curry Bandit, Lumina, Diablos, BLS, Wyvern, and Needlebug Nest. Honestly, this hand's not amazing, but we'll see what he mills. Curry Bandit is going to hit a Dragon Roar and a single Lightsworn, and he adds Charge off, though, which is pretty good. Meanwhile, Anthony is going to activate Duality, Breakthrough, Call of the Haunted, Bottomless, Nightmare, and Soul Charge. That sucks. They're basically Murmillo is a brick now. He's going to Duality for Murmillo, of course. Not ideal. I don't know if he has actually another target for it. Yeah, he does not. Summons it and just attacks. Set 4, and setting 4 is not bad, but Rick's going to use Needlebug Nest. Hits a Minerva, which mills one more, and an Eclipse Wyvern. So he now has a couple dragons, which makes it live, and Eclipse Wyvern for the last JD. How many names? He has 3 names. Okay. We're just going to draw Soul Charge. That's pretty strong. And he's going to charge Light Brigade for... Ooh. He's going to hit a Lila, but he's going to mill a Jane and Blaster. So now that's 4 names in grave, and we are off to the races a bit. This is looking pretty bad for Anthony, who only has... He has 2 forms of interaction and a breakthrough skill, but that might not be enough, honestly, just looking at his hand. Alright, we're going to see Lila come down, I think. Oh no, well, Lumina discard Eclipse into Lila. Eclipse will not trigger because no targets, and we're going to see Light Ray Diablos come down, I think for the first time in the tournament. And it can banish a light to basically pop a set card. Or not pop, put it on the top or bottom of the deck, which is even more devastating, honestly. I think he's going to use its effect. He's going to try to do that. It's going to get Nightmared. Add JD. JD gets Bottomless. And I remember this. I remember Anthony just being on the call being like, what the hell, when BLS got dropped. Because he played through 3 giant threats and then BLS comes down. BLS banish Murmillo and Kedin for 1,000. End phase. It looks like Rick forgot to mill 3. No, he did not. He breakthroughed the Lumina. Forgot about that. Anthony's going to draw Ignition, and that doesn't really do anything. He's going to Lumina into Lila, or Lumina, Lila, and is this game? I think it is. No, it's off. Okay. Go for Leveilleur, go for Jane, go for Level Chain, stack a title. I don't know why you stack it when you could just send it, but yeah, I don't know why you do that. And Anthony draws card D, which is nothing. So that was a pretty non-game on Anthony's part, sadly, but what are you going to do? Sometimes your opponent opens broke. Anthony's going to take first, obviously. He's going to open up MST, Warning, Breakthrough, Ignition, and Murmillo. This isn't bad because it's 2 forms of interaction. At least summon interaction, and he has the Breakthrough too. MST is interesting because it doesn't do too much unless you have an artifact of your own. I guess you do stop a Needlebug's Nest or a Decree, though, in the end phase. But Rick is going to draw for turn, Judgment Dragon, Collapse Serpent, Tempest, Minerva, Soul Charge, and Wyvern. Okay. I'm just going to set Wyvern pass. Yeah, I mean, looking at this hand, that's pretty accurate, I'd say. Anthony draws Torrential. That's pretty strong. Sets it. He's going to go for Collapse Serpent, add JD to hand. He's going to Bottomless the Collapse Serpent and Warning the Raiden. Okay, just keeping him off everything. Anthony draws another MST. Not super ideal. He just is kind of hoping that Rick doesn't pop off right now. He's going to set a Minerva. Minerva dies. Does it mill? I don't think so. Sent from hand or deck to grave. Okay, so nothing happens. Rick's going to draw Foolish. Get Eclipse. Banish JD. Collapse Serpent, add another JD. He's sitting on triple JD in hand, but 2 Lightsworns, not ideal. Goes for a Sanctum Moral Tech to pop the Collapse Serpent. Goes for Wyvern Buster. And Anthony's just fine getting in for damage. Right now, he is sitting on Torrential, Breakthrough, Moral Tech, Ignition. I mean, he's fine, honestly, right now, but ooh, Charge is a good draw. He's going to mill a Lumina. That's 3 names. Get a Lila. That's the 4th. Lila Effect is going to pop. MST on Moral Tech. Ooh. Does that put 4 names in grave? You see, that is something I don't agree with. I don't think you have a choice here, but you know that he has JDs in hand, and the second that you end up popping that Lila, this is what's going to happen. I feel like the play there is MST, pop Moraltech, and just have Moraltech not pop a card and hope your opponent can't get it in the grave somehow. We know that Rick could have soul charged and stuff, but still, compared to what's about to happen, I disagree with it. So then we see JD come down. Effect. Breakthrough skill. Yeah, sure. Second JD. Torrential. And then third JD come down. I think Anthony only knew about 2 JDs, so end phase he mills 4 and basically gets in. However, Anthony does have the door cold, so that's a good start. Call the Haunted with an MST isn't horrible. He's going to pop the Lila before, or the Lumina before it can come out. However, we're going to go for Tempest, add Light Ray Diablos, drop the Diablos. He is going to put MST, I think, just on the top of the deck, and I believe that's game, because he's going to draw MST. Yep, and that's it. That was a pretty convincing victory for Rick. I think the play there, though, was for Anthony is to not let Moraltech pop the card, so you can kind of just chill out and wait and hope your opponent doesn't have anything. But the second you do that, you know your opponent has double JDs, and you can stop the double JD, but still, I don't think it's the right play to even enable it, because next turn you probably could have killed him, because, I mean, look how low he was. I mean, he paid 3 times for JD, twice for JD, but still, I think you can kill them with what was currently on the board. Either way, though, we're going to see Team Chat sadly get eliminated. They were the favorites for the tournament just based on common consensus from the group, but yeah, they're going to result in a loss, sadly. Meanwhile, the Envoys of the Gulag, I hope they don't win with a team name like that, are going to progress to the finals because they now have a 2-1 record. I hope you enjoyed this match, and we're going to see you tomorrow for round 3, set 2. Have a good one, duelists.